Texas is making a little bit of a run through the SEC tournament. Beat Vandy, beat A&M in two overtimes. Now they have to rest and recover, get ready to face Tennessee, just a top five team on Ken Palm, one of the best defenses in the country. It's going to physically wear you down. We'll see if the Longhorns can handle that. They played one time this year. It was back on January 11th. The Vols did get a 74 to 70 win in Austin. But that's a close game. You think we may get another close game in this one, Dion?
No, but I'm gonna save why for later. But I love
Okay.
this team right now. I
All right.
love
So
this.
if Texas is going to keep this going and pull another upset, is it just Trey Johnson going nuts, being the best guy on the court?
I think they have a lot of dudes, man. Tremont Mark, Jordan Pope, Arthur Kaluma, Trey Johnson. I think they have more dudes than Tennessee has guys that can guard them, if I'm being honest. And I think it's just a matter of getting one or two of them to go crazy. They have a lot of Florida in them. Now, Florida obviously has been way better this season. Todd Golden versus Rodney Terry is not even comparable.
No.
Don't get me wrong, but the way I'm definitely not trying
Thank
to
you for
land on that.
clarifying.
That would be crazy. But just the way they can beat you, where they have a couple guys that can get it done. Do I think any of Texas's dudes besides Trey are on the same level as Elijah, Clayton, Richard? Not necessarily, but I don't think they're that far off. And I think that is going to cause some issues for a Tennessee team. I've listened to the comment section. I've listened to Brian Ralph. I get it. Zakai Ziegler is a good defender. Sick. He's still small. Like Trey, Trey can still be able to take advantage of that if that's the matchup they go with. And I think you've seen in these matchups, which by the way, Zakai winning guard Trey. But like hypothetically, that's a matchup Trey can go at. And you've seen they kind of hide Zakai against the better guards from time to time for that reason. Pick him up 96 feet once you get across half court, like let's switch and get somewhere else a little bit sometimes. So I just think it's one of those situations where Texas has some dudes that can get to Tennessee. I really like the matchup for Texas, and I like the fact that they've played the last 2 days, and Tennessee's kind of been sitting at home watching them.
I didn't intend to do this, but you know who's led the SEC in assist rate the last 3 years?
Well, it's got to be Zakai Ziegler
Zakai
because
Ziegler.
no one else on the court has played college basketball the last 3 years.
The man, he's just a really good all around player. He's just a
No, no,
really
no.
good long.
Again, great player. Not taking anything away from him. Objectively small. Like it is what it is. So am
Yeah,
I. Like it is what it is. Objectively small.
that's what she said.
And
Um,
sometimes.
yeah, Texas, like at some point, they have to go back to being who they are, which is an inconsistent team.
Do they? Do they?
Yes,
Are they? Or maybe they're the team that finds their consistency.
maybe, but they were inconsistent just throughout the course of the game against A&M. They almost blew a big lead against Vandy down the stretch. Like I think the Texas Vandy game was a toss up, and then I think there was a rivalry where the Longhorns played well, but they've also matched up well with A&M. They matched up pretty well with Tennessee too, but Tennessee's fresh, and I think that matters when you are coming off of two games in 2 days, one of which was a double overtime game.
Hmm.
Like, and Texas is not a super deep team. Just need some heavy legs.
Yeah. But like these are the moments that you live for. If you're Trey Johnson, honestly, if you're any of them, probably you know you only got a handful of college basketball games left on the docket. So yeah, you got some heavy legs, but I think you have a kid in Trey Johnson who ain't got to pick up a basketball for about 8 months after this month or 7 months. I mean, I'm sure he'll be working out, but he has summer league in July, and that's about it until October. And depending on where he's drafted, I mean this with all due respect, he might not play that much next year either. So I think you're looking at this team. Arthur Kaluma probably ain't play, I don't know where he gonna play basketball next year. But
Not
like
going to
a
be
lot of
speaking
these
English if he
guys
plays.
have nothing to lose. They can kind of
Yeah.
leave it all out there.
Yeah, yeah, but they may have a tournament bid. I think the A&M victory probably put them on the right side there. This is Tennessee team that had its goals to win the SEC championship and couldn't do it in the regular season. The tournament is still there. I think they're motivated to try and go after that. It's Chaz Lanier's first tournament experience with Tennessee as well. We'll see kind of what he does. I expect them to come out and play close to their best in this game. Ken Palm does as well. He has Tennessee winning this game 72 to 63. How do you see this playing out since you teased it earlier?
I like Texas, and I like Texas kind of big. I think I like Texas between 7 and 9 points in this one. Flip the spread.
I like Tennessee by 12.
It's Dion versus Ralph. Little known fact about me. It's not little known because I will tell anybody that listens. I'm phenomenal in March. I lose all that money October to February for a reason. Once March comes around, I got a book, like an actual book. I don't read the book, but it's there just in case.
You could just call it Ziegler known.
We'll
Because
see what Ziegler does. Hey, listen, it's me versus Sakai maybe for the rest of his life. It's unfortunate that I'm on this side because he's a short king, much like myself. And I think he's a great basketball player for being a short king. But listen, as my ninth grade coach told me, you can't teach height.
can't teach height, but he's got everything else. He's got
Can't
everything
teach.
else. And we'll see how it plays out. This one should be fun. The SEC tournament, by the way, like Thursday was a whole vibe the whole day. It was awesome. It was so March. Looking forward to some of that happening in this game as well.